line. Take the radio, big crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up.
Looking for a new PC or an upgrade to your current one? Look no further than Ford Entertainment Group, your home for the best quality and value in new, pre-built, and custom PCs at the lowest price guaranteed. We have affordable PC solutions for any budget, with custom builds starting at $595. Even the pros turn to Ford Entertainment Group to get them up and running. With valued customers from all over the world, it's easy to see why Ford Entertainment Group is the most trusted brand in custom PCs.
I wanted to save my awesome subscribers the most money when they started their sim racing journey. I searched high and low for the best deals, and I'm so proud that Jeffrey and I have partnered up so I can spread the good news about where to get the lowest price on a high quality computer.
Feel confident when buying from us with the FEG Satisfaction Guarantee. Get yourself on track today by visiting us online at fegpc.net.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. There's a reason that Makoni Setup Shop is trusted by more virtual and real-world tracks and companies than any other setup shop in Irish. With partners such as Stafford Motor Speedway, the Nashville Fairground Speedway, Five Flag Speedway, Speed 51, and more. When you want something done right, you go to the experts at Makoni Setup Shop.
With setups available for most series on both asphalt and dirt, built by a team of professional builders consisting of some of the top talents on the service, Makoni Setup Shop LLC has what you need to hit the track with confidence. Head over to MakoniSetupShop.com and learn why Makoni Setup Shop is the official setup shop of Richmond Raceway Esports and is partnered with some of the largest names in virtual and real racing.
And remember, at Makoni Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor, my pleasure, to welcome you to Talladega Superspeedway, where tonight, the first season start of Season 4's Xfinity Series has come upon Pedal to Metal Racing League, live here now on PTM Racing TV. Hi again, everyone. I am Christian the Crusader Shriver, and welcome to the show. We are getting ready for tonight's season opener here at Talladega Superspeedway, where tonight the Xfinity Series will be hammering down and hammering away on their very first start here as we get ready for tonight's action here, getting ready and lined up. Still, we're having a little bit of a glitch graphic gremlins on our end right now. We're trying to type everything in and get things fixed up and ready to go. So if you guys hear a little bit of typing in the background, please ignore that. Unfortunately, the way things have been today, we've been all over the place just trying to put everything to good use and put it to where it needs to be here and make sure we're ready to go for tonight's action. So we're about ready to go here in just a minute as we're currently finishing up final preparations here. Getting ready to put this one on the starting grid, on the lineup. Drivers are currently being put to the test early. You see a new set of drivers and a lot more coming out here tonight for the first time. First time we've ever seen these drivers on our show, and first time we've seen a lot of them coming to you on the track of Talladega with PTM Racing TV. Some of you may know, some of you may not, but I guarantee you by the time this is over with, you're going to know most of them than not. As we get ready for the action, here we go. We'll take a look at our track tech talk for the evening. Of course, this D-shaped configuration track will be a fast-paced 2.5 mile plus track for the lineup here as they place them in, get settled down. Now we're ready to grid them up. So on the pole for our A1 Glass grid starter here tonight, it is the number 8, a key checkmate. Taylor is outside. Cindy the Colder Taylor, the number 7. Runner number 2, it's going to be the 48 of Michael Vineyard. The 54 is outside. The Rattlesnake Robert on. Row 3 is going to be Mr. Nick Kern. In the 69, it is inside. It will be Corey Reed in the 27. Run number 4, it's Robert Dudley. And the 49 is outside. Brandon Pike in the number 22. Row 5, it's Chantel, the throttle model, in the 5 to her outside. Jason Rife, the 54. Row 6, he's Chad Lancaster in the 02. It is outside. Wally Babb in the 99. Next rows on back. We'll see it. Yes, there's more rows. We're going to see it's going to be Matthew Hoffer in the 84 as outside, Daniel Miglin in the 31. Row number 8, Jeffrey Oaks in the 20, and the outside of him, Christopher Jordan in the 78. Row number 9, I should say, is going to be Bob Hutchins in the 77 as outside, Warren Young in the number 1. Row 10, Jeffrey Todd Tufts, the 72, it is outside, Dustin Sonaker, the 66. Your final starter sees the 87 of Kevin Baker. Race fans, it's a whole new crew, a whole new lineup, a new series, a new day, if you will, if I may be so punished to be that way. This has been what these drivers have been waiting for all week long. They've talked about it. They've been wanting to get to this moment. Now they are here, and they're ready to go out of here for the first time ever with some new drivers and some new hopefuls. As they get settled down, getting ready to pace them in. Take a look for your number that you heard earlier from the drivers. Take a look for your driver you want to see win this one out. We've already got a huge lineup in the chat right now. Melissa Taylor saying, go, honey, go, Cindy Taylor. And of course, she's saying, you got this, number 1, babe. Tony Boulder saying, you guys mostly do asphalt racing? There's asphalt and dirt racing with these groups. You can message up Pedal to the Metal Racing League if you want more information. But as we're getting ready here to settle them down out of turn 4, this is it, race fans. Kenneth Crawford joins us in. Cheers to a great new season. Cheers to you all. We wouldn't be here without you guys. We wouldn't be here if you didn't make this possible. Are you ready for some racing? They bring him to the start, down to the front straight away. It is time to wheel and deal and bring out a steal for a race. We're going green flag racing right here and now. Xfinity at Talladega. "60 laps of the distance here tonight out of the gate immediately. They will try to hammer down, get a runs from some area that they can find. Robert Kahn going to work with Cindy on the outside, try to stick it to her brother Keith out of the gate. In the back of the pack right now, Michael Vineyard, the 48 Atlanta Braves, kind of falling back slightly here as the 22 of Brandon Pike sneaks his way on the inside line, making a charge there. The 54 Jason Wright following in pursuit. Yes, there are two 54s out there. That's just a custom number situation. Robert Kahn still needs to get his eyes checked and learn how to put a number on a car. And yes, I'm giving him grief. I know. Trust me. He already knows I'm going to have a little bit of a headache with him. Wright will be driving that Busch Light Series here tonight. Kahn will be in that 54 Toyota Supra. You'll be looking for the Mobile 1 scheme on that to find him in there. Nick Kern on the outside, friend of his now. Hardy, 69, starting to push the momentum, put the power through the floorboards. He's got to run there on Cindy the Closer Taylor immediately out of the gate as they lean him down into turn 1. Just a couple laps already into this one. These guys and gals already firing hard and showing what they can do for this season to come. This is what it's all about around here, is new drivers, new series, and new stuff. The onboard camera with the Green Tech Energy, number 5 of Chantel Throttle Pottle as she leads it in. Currently streaming on her streaming chat here on Facebook, Pottles Racing. Be sure to check that out as well if you want. The 31 of Daniel Miglin now starting to sneak his way on the outside, starting to make a run for it here. The 49 of Robert Dudleyville. Dudley making his pedal to metal racing league debut in the Xfinity Series, but we know this man from somewhere else. You know him from the Race Tech Coatings iRacing League. He's a fast hombre there, but he's out to show tonight he can do more than just race with the young cats. He wants to show he can race with all of them. Running their way through down the back straightaway here. Still far so good. Still no troubles here. No issues whatsoever. But a solid, clean night to begin with. I gotta believe though that will not take long to change here. They will have a stage caution there at lap 15 as well. Just a heads up for you fans at home. So if you see that caution come out and there's no wreck and you see what lap it is, then you know for sure as we go on 3 wide saloon down on the front straightaway here. The 99. Wally Babb now starting to make a big move there on Robert Dudleyville. Dudley. Oh, Dudley, I don't think like that too much here, but he has to back off and let them through. Daniel Miglin now starting to make a charge. Robert the Rattlesnake on the middle stripe in the side zone, making a move, trying to get it going while Jason Wright takes over the race lead here in the Busch Light. At 54, Chevy Camaro putting it to good use while the other 54 Toyota Supra above him tries to hang on now, back on the inside though. Big run there coming from behind. Oh no, 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 no. Robert Kahn gets tagged in there by the 54 of Rife, and they come to a screeching halt, crash on turn 4. And aggressive driving will get you there sometimes. That's why you gotta back off the throttle sometimes there, my friends. And for the first time tonight, that brings us to the PTM Instant Replay. Let's find out what happened here. You're going to see it coming right out of turn 3 here. Watch on the bottom right of your screen here. Watch that Busch Light 54 as Kahn tries to sneak his way back in. He gets a little bit of a love tap there as he was trying to get back in there. Cindy gets sent in. Looks like some other drivers getting taken for a ride. Thankfully, they have 3 instant repairs ready to go. Unfortunately, though, not the start that anybody wanted whatsoever, and that will set the pace back a little bit. Looks like the 27 of Corey Reed actually having a pretty good camera angle to show you guys what he saw when he got into that wreck. You ever wonder what it looks like when you're in a crash in Talladega? Well, here's a good idea of it. First caution of the night, not understaged, obviously under a caution because of a little bit of aggressive driving there, kind of falling back into the old phrase of watch what you see and where you go. Honestly, if I was gone in that case, I would have backed off and just gone to the right and just hanged on instead of trying to stick it in that much, but then again, that's just me. Well, the driver's got a ways to go here before we can really get this one settled down, but first, we have a word from our new sponsors and everyone else around, so don't go anywhere. When we return, we'll get you more action here as the drivers start to pace this one back and forth. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's series and season has been brought to you in part by Green Tech Energy, leading the way in solar energy and solar power for all. Green Tech Energy is the natural choice to use. by A1 Glass Incorporated, serving the Trinity Conception area since 2008 with all your glass needs, services, and quality auto glass replacements is what we're all about. By the Butt Kicker, best in performance for feeling on real tracks, the virtual world, the Butt Kicker, feel what you've been missing. And by FEGPC.net, or better known as Ford Entertainment Group PC, matching your want with your wallet. Ford Entertainment Group PC.net will always work with your needs to build the best PC at the right price. As we get the driver settled back down for the right price and the right time. This will give us an opportunity to take a look at some of the new drivers here on the show. Eric G. Gansing, plate racing for you. Well, I mean, I know that as well, but I mean, I've done this enough to know that when you're in plate track, you've got to watch out and just back off your corners eventually. You can't just keep driving in too hard. So, well, let's take a look at some of these schemes out here tonight. You see Checkmate rocking a pretty unique looking style there on that one. A little bit of a Checkmate horse panel, obviously referring to the chess reference. Wally Babb making his television debut here tonight, rocking that 99 chromed out machine. Beautiful looking ride there, nice little style to it. You saw it right earlier on with that 54 Busch Light machine, but how about this 31 and Daniel Miglin? The Revzilla 31 Chevrolet Camaro, beautiful looking ride out there. 69 Hardys of Nick Kern. I gotta believe it's a little bit of a throwback to some old school favorites out there. Then you got the Green Tech Energy and all the sponsors that have been coming on to the show, from Chantel, the Throttle Pottles 5 machine. Solid looking design on that one. Beast of it, if I ever saw it. The 48 of Michael Vineyard. Looks like he's rocking a little bit of that Atlanta Braves out there tonight, having a little bit of fun with it. Not a bad idea at all. And then a little old school Matthew Hofford on the Budweiser machine. I like that. I like that a lot. Looks like a little bit of a Keselowski scheme going on with that 20 of Jeffrey Oaks. Not a bad looking thing at all, though, I must admit. The Dollar General number 1 there, Toyota Supra of Warren Young. I would say not a bad scheme at all either. Gotta believe that's from the Arca Menards kind of style series of the Arca series. That's the only thing I can think of off the top of my head. I have no idea what the heck is going on with Slonaker's car, other than he's got some kind of face on the front, and he always confuses me out here. Christopher Jordan, the 78, rocking a little bit of an AC Delco Superman style out here. Very nice looking ride, I must admit. This is a pretty sweet looking design on that one. Corey Reed, you saw earlier on, get into that little tussle. The Go Chris 27. Not a Go Daddy 27. That is the Go Chris. Yeah, he's got a pretty sweet looking ride there. Although, even though my name is Chris, Christian, or whatever one everyone wants to call me, I gotta admit that's still kind of clever. Bob Hutchins rocking the Valvoline 77. Always good to see that brand and sponsor out on the track. 22 of Brandon Pike Snap-on Tools. Sweet looking ride there as well. And you saw Cindy the Closer Taylor's little scheme earlier. Got that Mac Perfume Products airline and lipstick campus here. Very unique scheme there. Very designed up and blemished, if you will. Jeffrey Todd Tubbs kind of staying with his old school formula. That's 72. And then Chad Lancaster. He seems to have a thing with fishing around here, because I always find him in some kind of fishing gear, but the Goss Ford Mustang 02 trying to get his lap back, trying to get back up to the field right now as we're about ready to get back to green flag racing here, folks. For those that are new onto the show and have never tuned in before with us on P10 Racing TV, first off, thank you so much for tuning in, and hope you're enjoying so far what we got in. Hopefully, if you will, if you want to catch more of the action, always like and follow us up here on Facebook. And while you're at it, head over to our YouTube and subscribe there for some more content. Head over to our Twitter and Instagram handles as well, and you'll be able to catch all our latest info, our alliances, products, and everything that goes down. I guarantee you will not be disappointed with what you see and what you have. So as they line them back around here, getting ready to get back to the green flag here, the A1 Glass Pedal Metal Racing League season start here at Talladega. A1 Glass going to be a big sponsor and proprietor for this season of this series. So it's great to have them on board, great to have them as a helping hand. Obviously, these drivers appreciate it more than anything. In the chat right now, we have a little bit of a thing for you guys. If you want to help support the show as well, besides just liking, follow us, and up and all that, we have our little store there for you to check out some of our merchandise line, some of our little stuff we got going on as we bring the green flag back on out. Robert Kahn got a major start on the outside line there. I'm not sure if he jumped it or if he went on green, but he got a good start on that one. I caught him there. Well, we'll let the race officials judge that for later on, but right out of the gate immediately, Daniel Miglin giving himself a little bit of a breathing room, a little tactic on the start here, trying to move his way on the outside line. Wally Babb, the 99, falling back slightly as Keith Checkmate Taylor gets some help from Jason Reif once more. Punching their way down the field into turn 3. They will swing them in. Here comes the 5 of Chantel, the throttle bottle. Powering the 5 right up to the finish here. Right, trying to get a good run off this one. Trying to get some last minute stops in. Stage about to come to an end here, and they know it's coming quickly. Daniel Miglin trying to stay with him as well. Trying to pace himself around this track as we go to the onboard camera. Get used to seeing the side-by-side close quarters encounter, man. This is what these drivers are going to be dealing with all night long. And the hardest part about it is really just trying to stay out of trouble and stay out of the way when it comes to going 3 wide or getting crazy down there. Laps wind down now as they build them off the corners down the back straightaway, leading the back fourth. It is a side-by-side warfare dual drag race. Call it what you will. In my opinion, I just call it an all-out slobber knocker. Nick Kern, the 69 Toyota Camry right now, doing a pretty solid job, pretty much stabilizing this one up as he deals with the rest of the pack here, trying to keep him back in the front here. 20 of Jeffrey Oaks starting to make a little bit of movement, a little bit of headway. He's up 7 spots right now. Not a hard charger, but close to it. The hard charger of the night, easily Jason Reif right now with 8 spots up on the field. He is manhandling this car up there and trying to keep it there. And here we go now, 3 wide saluting Robert the Rattlesnake on. I think he's getting kind of tired of not doing anything about moving up the field. He's trying to move it quicker. The Mobile 154 Supra's machine trying to get some run, get some corner off the entry inside line. He now sticks it in, pushing it further and further ahead. He is starting to make the charge up to the lead. He's known for rocking it hard in these Xfinity cars, especially on the fixed setup as we go 3 wide, saluting down on the front straightaway. Hofford, Babb, and Miglin are all in that one. Kern kind of holding up the rear. This is right now what the drivers are going to be fighting with and keeping a handle on all day long. There's the 3 wide salute. Robert Dudleyville. Dudley now sneaks his way into the meat of the sandwich. The 27 now follows in pursuit. Corey Reed getting a run here down that back straightaway now, looking for openings. The 5 Chantel below the yellow line, almost sent herself off into the distance. Going off the yellow line when you're going into entry is like just asking for a death wish. You're just not going to get out of that. They are still 3 wide. Oh, but there's a bumping and banging in between now. Looks like it might be a little harder to hold that line from your angles here. Gotta be careful about that. Now Dudleyville up into the spot. Kern, oh my. Almost getting a tag there from Miglin. Miglin giving a little bump there to Kahn. I'm not sure if Kahn appreciates that too much. Gave him a little run around there, a little bit of a piece of his own mind there, maybe for trying to catch him so quickly. Keith Checkmate Taylor right now has a good position as he fights up to the front to get around Mr. Wright. They are still, for the life of me, 3 wide, saluting on down to turn 4 here, but the laps wind down. We're coming close to the end of the stage. Oh no, look out, 4 wide, salute for the race lead! 4 wide, and that bad boy around there. Kern and Kahn gets up, but Tyler gets into a wreck of troubles there. Big problems out of turn 1. We got a caution. Oh my. And Checkmate gets a little bit of piece of that one. 4 wide salute, maybe not the smartest idea out there, boys. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That one definitely deserves another look. Let's take a look at this from the chopper cam here. We're going to get a good idea of what happened exactly with the PTM instant replay. Look at this. Kahn pushes hard, gets around it, and Miglin just barely taps Babb. Gets into the side of him. Both drivers going for a tumble and a hit. It takes it completely off the edge and off the pace here. I gotta figure out though, where did the 4 wide salute come from? We know where it went 3 wide, but who went 4 wide? Well, take a look here at the PT Missing replay. We're gonna get a good look at this one. They were going 4 wide down the front straightaway, so we'll get an idea who did it. Race officials right now are telling me they're taking a look at this. So there comes Wally Babb. He's going right in the 3rd lane in. So he's took a 3 wide. Kern goes 4 wide there. So Kern's up 4 wide. Miglin's trying to hold on to his line. He's got a little bit of a close gap there with Babb. And that slight tap was all it took. That sets up the rest of the field here to try to back this one up. Another caution in, another one, and that will take over stage 1. So we will have stage 2 now being put to good use here in just a minute. It's been a little bit of a wild one to start this one, but in plate track racing, you know what they say. That's just how that goes. We'll be right back after this quick commercial message. Ladies and gentlemen, also race tonight has been presented in part by our good friends over at SimRacingMerch.com, the perfect way to show your passion for sim racing. By Grid Finder, the best way to find a new league, filter your search by race day, your geographic region, gaming platform, racing sim, and car class. You need a broadcast or live designer? You search Grid Finder, the home of online racing. By Matt Mills Racing Team, best Xfinity team. Best in Xfinity for teams out there, sponsoring and supporting Pedal Mill Racing League this season. If you want to help support Matt's journey, follow him on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. By our good friends over at McConey Setup Shop. Only the best and fastest setups come from McConey Setup Shop, so be sure to check out their setup shop, McConeySetupShop.com, to find the right setup for your next race. By Paddles Wraps. Most affordable designs made at your leisure. Paddles Wraps will always bring out the best designs in your library. And by our new friends over at Melgard Motorsports. Fastest of fast and toughest of nails. On any track, virtual world or real world, Melgard Motorsports is where it's at. And right now where we're at, I think these drivers might want to find a way to get a little bit tougher than nails, because this track is just eating them away like beans on a pork chop. Wait a minute, what did I just say? I don't even know. I was trying to say like meatheads on a pork chop. I said beans on a pork chop. I don't know what the heck's going on. I think I might have had too many beers tonight. That's Alabama though for you guys. Oh, wait a minute, we're in Alabama. That means we can't drink on Sundays. That brings me to my little fun fact of the evening. Every Sunday here in Alabama, no one is allowed to buy or purchase or sell of any kind of alcohol or recreational drink, because it is illegal under the guidelines of the Catholic Church administration, as well as the priest law, if you will. So that's a little fun fact for you here. That's why I have not been drinking, at least that they know of. I've been currently just been hiding around here, just doing my little worship and prayer, and just hoping to God these guys and gals do not try to kill each other out of the gate. But I think that might have been broken already, so I think I might have to just go with the latter of the two. So drivers pacing their way back around the field, back around the track here. It's going to be interesting to see how they handle their nerves, handle the situations here now, because right now they are pretty much either locking down 1 or 2 fixed setups already. On those repairs, I should say, not setups. They are running fixed setups out there, if you're wondering. They're running the Talladega.sto setup tonight, which brings me back to our racetrack tech talk here tonight presented by A1 Glass. Again, the track weather here looking really solid, looking stable. It's very clear and nice and cozy out here. The one thing, though, about Talladega that can be a real tricky little spot, a little bit of a pain in the butt, besides the fact it's linked and it's banking, is the fact that you have to be sure if you're making moves and you're making the right call, you're not trying to block or trying to do anything too crazy out there, which is why when you're on this track, you need to stay focused and really watch your line and watch your lane. Really, more than anything, it's all about just controlling the throttle rhythm and controlling the pace. as we get ready to bring this one back to the green flag here. The drivers are currently under their second caution of the day. Speaking of the day to the night, folks, I got something for you here tonight. We have a double header coming your way after this. We have Smoking Tires Racing Series returning with their Crown Jewel event number 3 of our 4 with the season championship coming up later in this month. Yes, it will be broadcasted live here on PTN Racing TV, but you're going to want to catch it. They're going down to Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The Crown Jewel event is going to see some of the best and the fastest go at it there. Drivers pacing their way around, trying to get settled down, get this one cleared back in. We're still under caution. It looks like we're having some problems down there with some drivers. Nick Kern not able to get out of pit road as well as I think he would like to. Take a good look at some of the youngsters, the new drivers out here, kind of the younger veterans, if you will. If you look at some we haven't really talked about too often. Christopher Jordan, I met him a lot. I met him and Michael Vineyard actually just a couple of days ago, racing on this track, and I can tell you right now, man, they know how to hold a line. They can get some fast speeds in. Very friendly gentlemen, though. Very good men to work with. I've had no troubles with them whatsoever when I talked to them and I dealt with them earlier on. Seemed like they're a great group of guys that are just out to have fun and do what pedal to metal racing is all about. That's just race. It's nice to have the prizes on the line, but to be honest with you, the only thing these drivers are out here for is to race. That's all they truly care about. And yes, there are prizes on the line at the very end of the season. You're not going to want to miss that when it comes around. No, got trophies on the line, still medals to deal with as well. There's a lot going down on this series, man. There's just a lot of stuff you guys don't know about that these drivers and the fans at home are just love seeing and hearing about. They want to get more into as we're getting ready to bring this one back to the green flag. Over 20 drivers locked in with us here tonight, 21 in total. Kevin Baker, unfortunately, not making the call due to issues, I believe, with the circumstances of the motor blowing on him during qualifying. So he did qualify, unfortunately, just did not get out to race. So Kevin, if you're hearing this, man, hopefully you're doing all right. Hopefully that car is doing okay as we're getting ready to set this one back up into position, start to set the run in here. Now, one thing to watch out for here tonight as well is these drivers may get a little antsy at times, so keep a close eye on them. They do not go until that green flag pops out. And if you see them jump or anything like that, then you know that might be a little bit of a talking to there. They have to go strictly on green. That is the rule of thumb. They will bring him out of turn 3 into turn 4. And this will definitely get things a little more interesting, to say the least. I've got to believe right now, though, man, this is going to be a very challenging spot here because you got drivers that got out of pit road. They've already probably used up 2 of their repairs, or they've damaged up quite a bit. How well do they handle the nerves here coming to the way or coming to the end? Because now the way things are shaping up, the way things are playing out, things get a little bit more intense and things get a little more crazy here, where they're going to have to try to hold on and try to build up some momentum here. They'll bring him down to that front straightaway here now, charge them up and set them down. Bring the power, put the pedal to the metal, my boys and girls. Let's get this crazy train back and running, back and going. Let's get some green flag racing while we're at it. Here we go. Matthew Hofford has the start, has the gun. Behind him, Jeffrey Oaks and Chantel Bottle giving themselves a pretty good run off that. Looks like the 22 and Brandon Pike didn't even get off the line there. Might have had a little troubles getting the restart going there and getting something built in. They fire him down out of turn 3, down turn 2, I should say. Here comes Checkmate. Old Checkmate now starting to move up to the outside. Daniel Miglin following right behind him with Cindy Dakota Taylor in pursuit. This is where timing and strategy comes into play so much more often than not. because this is where you really have to watch your line and watch your spot in. Jeffrey Todd Tufts right now starting to get a little bit of momentum built up, building some raw power under the hood. He is up 11 spots, surprisingly not the hard charger though. Hofford and Oaksy got the beat by 12 and 13. It's good to see those two boys finally back at it and fighting it out once again. Oaksy with a little bit on a hiatus for a while, but ever since returning, it seems like he's been just getting things figured out more as they go. The Budweiser 84, Matthew Hofford trying to stabilize in, try to stick this one in. Oaksy though, a little jumpy, little not so smooth if you will. Kind of all over the place, a little bit shouty too hotty down there. Corey Reed now building up momentum in the middle stretch there, trying to give himself some chances here. Miglin was in this situation before, but he had 3 wide and 4 wide saluted on him. He had nowhere to get out of, and he was just trying to avoid all the problems there. Right, looks like a full throttle assault being put up to good use here, but I don't know how well he's going to handle the nerves when it comes to trying to make moves here. Like I said earlier on, if I was these boys out here and girls, I would just lay off the throttle and don't do anything crazy just yet. As I say that, of course, what happens? Well, I see a little rattlesnake there on the outside with Nick Kern falling behind. Is there a time those two don't go 3 wide saluting around here? Well, apparently not. Michael Vineyard, actually, he sneaks his way up on the outside rhythm, trying to get a run there. Or he's trying to hold off Kahn's run there from him. Sparks flying out of turn 3. Looks like Vineyard might have tagged the wall slightly there. He's okay. But that slows up the pace big time for Kahn and Kern. As the pack up front still deals with each other, still fighting their way. Into the middle section ground now. They go 3 wide again here. Right in between Todd Tufts and Nick Kern right there with him. Solid foundation driving from these guys and gals. Man, they're doing some pretty good jobs out there hanging with them. But again, you know, when you go 3 wide saluting around here, if you cause that, if you went 3 wide, doesn't matter if you caused that caution. You went 3 wide, you started it, you get the penalties. So that's why I was talking earlier about that. If they wanted to be careful, they might want to watch it. Bob Hutchins has got to fall out of line, fall out of place here, trying to avoid more major havoc in front of him. Rearing back down out of turn 4 here, they will give themselves some more momentum, some more push. Todd Tufts still hanging in there right now. Cindy the Colton Taylor starting to make some maneuvers or two back in this one as well. The Ford Mustang trying to give a little bit of run on that Chevrolet Camaro, that 5 of Chantel. Running it back inside line, Mount fighting away here. Checkmate Taylor looking like he might just have himself a little bit of a leeway, a little bit of a gap to hold on to as the 31 of Miglin tries to give him something to think about. The 27 of Corey Reed right there with him now, starting to build back up, build it back around. The 48 of Michael Vineyard now trying to do much the same. The Atlanta Bridge trying to look like a little bit better than what Logan Paul will look like when Mayweather takes with him tonight. Oh, come at me, folks. You know as well as I do, I want to see Mayweather just beat the absolute you-know-what out of that guy. If I'm wrong, you can correct me in the comments section, but I swear it'll happen. He'll win one way or another. I was about to say, Mayweather losing tonight would be like me just trying to actually go out there and actually race these things in real life. That's just not going to happen. There's no way that would happen. I know it's not a sanctioned fight, but let's be honest, that's pretty much sanctioned. His streak ends right there. Well, anyway, back to the action here up front, turn 3. Pace starting to feel it around, starting to get a little bit of a run or two in. Miglin, the Revzilla 31 Camaro trying to hold on with that 8 of Checkmate Taylor, the Checkmate machine. I don't know what we would call that, the Checkmate 8. Something like that. I don't know. You guys tell me in the comment section what we should name that car. I'd say the Checkmate 8 sounds about right. Well, he's dealing right now with that Dex Toyota Supra, I should say, of Jeffrey Oaks. And yes, I will admit up front, folks, I wish that they made the Supra for the Cup Series and rather than the Camry, but I know why they did the Camry. It's because it's more, you know, the car tomorrow, the car that everybody drives out there rather than a Supra. But I gotta admit, if I wasn't already driving a Mustang, I might be trying out that Subaru. Running him down hard in the field zone right now. Currently, it's a battle of wits, gain, and nuts and bolts. The field doing what they need to stay with it, try to hang into this one. Jeffrey Oaks now straight back to the bottom line as Checkmate goes outside looking in. Miglin trying to hold on, trying to stabilize it in. Once again, the Rattlesnake Robert Kahn firing up on the outside, making a big run for it again. How many times, though, will he try to do that before he just gives up trying it? Michael Vineyard kind of staying in front of him, helping him out maybe a little bit, or depending on how you look at it, he might just be trying to back off. Like I said earlier, folks, I wouldn't even be trying to drive as aggressively as I do because, again, you've only got a set amount of laps out there. Why would you want to push it to the full throttle assault and floorboards when you need to start really saving and pressuring yourself for later? That's what I don't understand with these plate tracks. Is like, why does drivers get that mindset to just jump right to the front just because you got to run? So, unless you're down to literally the last 5 laps, leave it alone and just go side by side and battle hard with these guys. And if you get a run or two, great. If you can hold on, get it going. But some of them, like, they think like right out of the gate, oh, we got to run harder than all of them and do what we need to right out of the gate. It's like, no, you can literally push and shove around here just fine as long as you know what you're doing and what driver you're working with. So that's kind of my opinion on it. That's how I look at it. But as they run them down, out of turn 2, and you guys heard enough of my bantering and arguing, they are still on the throttle, on the pace. Each driver doing their own thing, giving themselves a little bit of leeway here. Tyler Dudley'd say, that's false, sir. Only in certain counties. Is that really? No. All right. Well, that's still in Alabama, though. That's technically not wrong there. Kenneth Crawford saying, all for money. Floyd is going to hurt him. LOL. Yep, that sounds about right. My apologies there, Tyler. I guess I had to reread my information. That's what happens when you Google everything. I don't have any books and textbooks to do these things. I got enough problems having to do with broadcasting stuff. Let's hope so, Kev. I really hope he hurts him tonight. Looks like Corey Reed might be trying to hurt his front end a little bit more because he's looking to full throttle assault it on the outside line. Gets a push up to the outside wall. He is going for the run here, but Michael Vineyard patiently, aggressively moving in when he needs to and doing his own thing when he feels like it. Tyler Dudley saying, haha, I live here. Well, I'm glad you live there. You've probably been to Talladega more than I have, man, so it's probably enjoyable as it gets. I'm just a young guy who just doesn't know anything about all the other states. I only know about corn and Busch Light and a couple of good racing shows, and that's about it. Down Crawford saying me too to what I said earlier about Floyd and Logan. Let's hope so, yeah. Anyway, back here right now, currently Lancaster right in the middle section here. Chad trying to make a move there off of that 69 in that turn. As Wally Babb and him nearly getting into it there in the middle zone. You saw the 22 Brandon Pike, though, going straight to that bottom line. Now, remember, you cannot pass on that yellow line in this series. Maybe in other leagues you can, but here, no way. Not any chance. And I think right now he's actually backing off a little bit. I think he might have ran out of fuel. That's why he had to go down below and get back into it. So he's not going to go a lap down, and I think that might hurt him. Although, to be honest right now, if you're looking at the way our fuel run is, they're actually coming up on the end of the stage here. So he's actually trying to pit with a few laps left to go in the stage to try to set him up for the next one. Might be an interesting strategy out there. Cindy the Closer Taylor, problems there for her, starting to have a little bit of a glitch out reaction. That's when the internet's starting to give out. Chantel, the throttle poddle, starting to get a little bit of a run again. She loves these plate tracks. She knows how to run them with the best of them. And I've been told she's got some new tricks and things coming her way. And the only way you can check that out, I was told, is that you got to check out Paul's Racing. So we put a link in the description here tonight with the Presented By logo. So check that out. Maybe you guys might want to see for yourself what she's got going on in the coming weeks to follow. Out of the front straightaway, there is a caution. So to that finish, it was Hoffert who got them beat out. Easy, slow down, boys, slow down there. Everybody's slowing down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Easy, easy, easy. Whew. Oh, you have no idea how much of a butt clencher that one is when you get to that end. It's just, it literally scares the daylights out of you. So they'll let the pace car get back up to the front here and get him fielded back in. Right now, Matthew Hoffert leads it in. Can he keep the momentum going his way and keep this one to the end? We'll find out when we return.
Looking for a new PC or an upgrade to your current one? Look no further than Ford Entertainment Group, your home for the best quality and value in new, pre-built, and custom PCs at the lowest price guaranteed. We have affordable PC solutions for any budget, with custom builds starting at $595. Even the pros turn to Ford Entertainment Group to get them up and running. With valued customers from all over the world, it's easy to see why Ford Entertainment Group is the most trusted brand in custom PCs.
I wanted to save my awesome subscribers the most money when they start their sim racing journey. I searched high and low for the best deals. And I'm so proud that Jeffrey and I partnered up so I can spread the good news about where to get the lowest price on a high quality computer.
Feel confident when buying from us with the FEG Satisfaction Guarantee. Get yourself on track today by visiting us online at fegpc.net.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. There's a reason that McConey Setup Shop is trusted by more virtual and real-world tracks and companies than any other setup shop in Irish. With partners such as Stafford Motor Speedway, the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, Five Flag Speedway, Speed 51, and more. When you want something done right, you go to the experts at McConey Setup Shop.
With setups available for most series on both asphalt and dirt, built by a team of professional builders consisting of some of the top talents on the service, McConey Setup Shop LLC has what you need to hit the track with confidence. Head over to McConeySetupShop.com and learn why McConey Setup Shop is the official setup shop of Richmond Raceway Esports and is partnered with some of the largest names in virtual and real racing.
And remember, at McConey Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here right now as we're currently getting ready to get this one fielded back in and around the track. Currently, the driver is still coming off that last stage break there. This is the final one of the night, so they will have to work from this position 30. They'll have to go into pit road eventually here, judging by the way things have been. But if a caution was to come out right about now, I got to believe that probably will help them out here. Looking at our lap fuel right now, you can see some of the drivers trying to push them a little bit more than others. Brandon Pike pushed it all the way up to about 23 laps left to go there, and has to pull a little bit of a stage break there. But now, was that the smart strategy or was that the right strategy? Because now he's got to deal with the pack of heavy headers and heavy drivers right now that would love to make their move around him. hard to tell, hard to see how this will play out, but right now I gotta believe the lap count fuel-wise is gonna be about 23 to 28, which means if somebody was to draft and stay off the throttle just a little bit longer than the other, I think maybe they might be able to make it last just long enough to win this. But again, it's really all about timing and pacing here. This one is going to boil down to one thing, in my opinion, and that is how well can you hold on to the run and hold on to the throttle. As we bring him right out around here yet again, fan favorites, Kahn, Bottle, Hoffert, Oaksey, Dudley, and Kern right now, as well as the Taylor, Cindy, and of course Keith are still in this. But some of the new names like Corey Reed, you see it below them, Daniel Miglin, and even of course Chad Lancaster and Mr. Bob Hutchins are not exactly out and about to lose this one. They love putting up a fight when they can. And some of the new names like Wally Babb might just have something. Michael Vineyard was pushing it hard earlier. Interesting to see how this plays out. Race fans, this time by on the front straightaway, final stage coming your way. The racing has been stacked. The lineup has been crazy. But now there's always a state, there's always a beginning, a middle, and an end. Where do these drivers see themselves ending at? You're about to find out. Here we go. Back to the action, back to the green. We're back underway. And Colin once again deciding to opt to a 3-wide restart. He hammers it on the outside. Thought he might have a run there with Warren Young. Did not get any help though. How smart was that? Maybe not. Well, in his mind, he thought it was enough to get around some folks and build a position up or two. Maybe so, but I don't know how well it's going to go for that. Into the middle section now is Robert Dudleyville. Dudley, who has the race lead here for a brief moment. Hoffert on the bottom. The Mercury 49 Supra trying to get ahead there at the 84th. Hoffert trying to stabilize it in just a little bit more. Oh my. And the 02 at Lancaster just giving a little bit of a bump there to the 54 of Robert Kahn. Both drivers in a hot battle here in a stabilized position. And Warren Young getting a little tap there from the 02 of Mr. Lancaster. Lancaster backing off a little bit, trying to recenter and regroup. That's what I was referring to earlier, when you got to learn to lay off that throttle every now and then, just kind of let the car settle back down. Because once you do that, it allows you to basically start making more runs and more positions in between. And that can make for some great racing when you get it done just right. And now through the field, Dustin Slonaker starting to move his way through the field, through the back of the house. Maybe trying to make a charge at it here. The 69 of Nick Earn right there with them. Maybe laying in the back though, just to conserve the fuel and conserve the tires up just a little more than everybody else. Not a bad idea, I would say. As the field starts to pace more in, Jeffrey Oaks, whoa! On the front straightaway, Jeffrey Oaks going to a sudden hold and a crash there. Rex in hard there, unfortunately got nowhere to go and nowhere to be at. We'll take a look at the PT Instant replay real quick and find out what happened here. Whoa! Lancaster looks like got into the side there of 77s of Hutchins. And Oaksey got just smacked. And that 20 machine not happy about that, I bet you. But Oaksey has got a race win at Talladega last season, the first season opener with the Truck Series. He won here at Talladega. So I don't think he can be too mad about that, but I do know he can definitely be mad about a lot of other things right about now. 25 laps left to go here. This is where that fuel strategy I mentioned earlier now starts to kick in your mind. Do you save or do you run? If I was them, I would save and I would watch it. There's not a lot of breathing room down there to be making mistakes, especially when it comes to those 3-wide flutes. We've had 4 cautions overall, 2 of which were stage cautions. Well, 3 cautions, I should say. 2 of which were literally just cautions from wrecks and crashes. 1 just from the stage break. But so far, we haven't seen the ultimate big one just yet, thankfully. Let's hope we can keep it that way. firing them back in around that front straightaway now. It is Corey Reed, the 27, all the way from Canada, trying to constantly stick with the field, stick with the pace. I believe Corey coming to us from the Rock, if you will, from Newfoundland. Got a few Newfoundland drivers out there, including old Bob Hutchins. It's great to see these drivers in a vast array, from the Americans to the Canadians. It's great to see some different countries presented and shown on the show. Packing and stacking, racket, fight them all the way down in between. There is nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. It's all about pacing and manipulation of the car. How will he hold on to that one? Wally Babb getting bumped and tagged around a little bit. You've got to be careful about bumping back there. You get a little sideways, a little out of shape. Next thing you know, you're going for a ride. And I think he knew it. He backed out of it. And that 54 Jason Wright doing much the same. Well, the other 54 is supposed to be in that 21, the rattlesnake, Robert Kahn. Starting to make the gun, starting to make a position up on the outside line, starting to pull it through. Keeps checkmate Taylor. Trying to hold on, but here comes Dudleyville. I was wondering when that cat was going to get up there. I know this cat all too well. Dudleyville and I know each other on the track. We've raced each other before. He's a tough hombre. He knows how to build speed up. But I'm interested to see how he'll handle when we get to the 1.5 miles as well as the other tracks. And yeah, trust me when I say it, there are some 1.5 miles in this series. 3 wide salute there between Rife and looks like that might have been the 48 of Michael Vineyard in between, but they come out clear, so no issues there. This field of drivers just absolutely firing it down the spot. This packed house here tonight, over 50,000 fans are with us here at Talladega Superspeedway. Of course, everybody watching at home on the show, thank you so much as well. Again, can't do this without you. And if you're still wanting some more after this race, I promise you we've got more coming, because Smoking Tires Racing Series is going to Indy, and it'll be up here just a little later on. Right down the back straightaway now, Miglin, Warren Young, and Babb kind of backing each other in a little bit. Warren up into the wall protection, gets off it though. Warren Young just trying to stay clear of trouble, stay out of the issues. Oh, as I say that, we've got problems down there. Major problems for Chad Lancaster. Sent into the infield on the front straightaway. No caution though, only one car involved. And Lancaster's night might have just came to an end there with that little tag there. So Oaksey and Lancaster both falling victim to the old issue of just running into traffic and running into problems. 3 wide salute. Here comes Dick Kern with a major run on the bottom line. Now starting to build pace, starting to build momentum up. He's got a charge and a half coming your way here, as you see on the onboard camera with Warren how fast he's getting it. The damage on the number 1 Dollar General Toyota Supra might hurt him more than I think he realizes, as the field still paces their way down. Currently, we're down to the final 20 laps now on the show. Hard racing, hard battling all the way around. Nobody giving an inch here, nobody wanting to lose anything. They only want to do one thing, and that is just outwit, outpace, and outmaneuver the other. A little battling back and forth there in the middle section. Miglin, Taylor, and Pike all in this one. Then it looks like Brandon Pike might have finally found a little bit more momentum to push back in, but Robert the Rattlesnake on derails that. So does Vineyard. He'll fall back into the back. Oaksey and Lancaster entering into pit road at the same time. They want to probably work each other on that draft to help each other out for the later run. Vineyard going straight to the bottom, yellow into that traffic zone. Woo! He about got himself in a little bit of a pickle there, but he stays out of it. The laps are just winding and continuing to wind down further as we go. And again, the major question is who goes into pit road and when. Oaksey and Lancaster went into pit road basically to try to help each other, but they're also went into pit road to get some more fuel in case that somehow, some way there is another wreck or something happens. They might just have a shot at this. Khan trying to hold on to that middle ground there. Checkmate Taylor starting to see maybe a little bit of an opportunity, a little bit of a chance here. Michael Vineyard now giving himself a big position in, a big run off. They fire him down that front straightaway here. The field starting to get a little more intensified and it's strengthened in. They always say strength in numbers around here, but around here, in my opinion, it's not just strength in numbers, it's also strength and consistency and perseverance. In the middle section now, Wally Babb, that Caterpillar 99 going right in the middle section there with the 69 of Nick Earn. The Hardee's Toyota Supra putting up a fight, putting up some use. Daniel Miglin earlier on had some troubles keeping that line held in. Looks like he's not having problems on the bottom line. He just doesn't want to be in the middle section, really. I always said there's one line around here I like to run more than anything. It's that bottom. The reason why I say it, it's just easier to hold on to. It's not too difficult, not too crazy to hit it in. Laps in, now 3 wides and moving back out yet again. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that here tonight. They just seem to love doing that more than anything. I can't blame them, but at the same time, do they really not know a way to throw those every now and then? They're still in it. They're going for broke now. Laps starting to click away again, and I think they just want to just start making moves quicker rather than later. Oh, Robert Kondo into that wall protection. Look out down there. Side by side, gonna tighten up. Keep them clear. Keep it clear. Whew. Oh boy, that got a little intense. That fear of just literally losing out one little spot, one little shot. It's just an absolute scary thought, to say the least here. Coming right back around now out of the middle section here, Corey Reed. Now starting to pull one last big move up to the front, starting to charge in. Hoffer trying to get some work done on Robert Dudleyville. Dudley has been holding the race lead for a little bit of a time or two, but he's got a major train coming up on him. Here comes Michael Vineyard, the Atlanta Braves 48. And despite the damage on that machine, he's still hanging in it as they go 3 wide slew for the race lead, but there's problem behind him. Robert Kahn goes for a ride. And once again, another caution, and maybe the opening Lancaster and Oaksey needs to possibly give themselves a fighting chance at this one, but my goodness. What happened to the 54 Robert the Rattlesnake Kahn? We'll have to find out here on the PTM Instant Replay. He goes for a ride there coming out of that turn. See if we can get a better look at this one. Take it to the old chopper cam here. So here's Reed. He goes 3 wide. Turn just gets gone a little bit, and it looks like, unfortunately, he had absolutely nowhere to go. That sounds about right for myself sometimes, but then again, that's just me. Luck of the draw and luck of the battle here. Oh my. And a motor just went on one of them. Brandon Pike's motor blew. I just saw the smoke in the car go. That motor is gone. The motor is gone on Brandon Pike. The 22 is going to have to stop, and it's out. It's done. He's going to have to get a tow to pit road. That is the worst possible time and area to do that at. So the pace will get back underway and filled it back in. Race fans, when we return, we're going to get this one finished out. There is only a few remaining laps left. Can they hold out? Can they finish this one on a clean slate? Can Robert Dudley in his first career pedal metal start win on his first race? Or will one of the veterans, Matthew Hofford, or the new drivers, Michael Vineyard, steal the show? We'll find out when we return. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's race has been brought to you in part by the good friends over at Green Tech Energy, leading the way in solar energy and solar power for all. Green Tech Energy is the natural choice to use. by A1 Glass Incorporated, serving the Trinity Conception area since 2008 with all your glass needs, services, and quality auto glass replacements is what we're all about. By the Butt Kicker, best in performance for filling out real tracks in the virtual world. The Butt Kicker, feel what you've been missing. By Ford Entertainment Group, matching your want with your wallet. They will always work with your needs to build the best PC at the right price. By SimRacingMerch.com, the perfect way to show your passion for sim racing. By GridFinder.com, search for your favorite league, search for your geographical region by race day, gaming platform, racing sim, and car class. You need a broadcaster, live designer, you search GridFinder, the home of online racing. By Matt Mills Racing Team, best in Xfinity for teams out there, is sponsoring and supporting Pedal to the Metal Racing League this season. And if you want to help support Matt Mills' journey, be sure to follow him on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and be sure to check out his merchandise on Facebook. By Marconi Setup Shop, only the best and fastest setups come from Marconi Setup Shop, so be sure to check out MarconiSetupShop.com today to find the right setup for your next race. By Paul's Wraps, most affordable designs made at your leisure. Paul's Wraps will always bring out the best designs in your library. And by Melgard Motorsports, fastest of fast, toughest of nails. And any track or the virtual world or real world, Melgard Motorsports is where it's at. This has come to this, folks. Next time by, we should be going green flag racing here. We're still currently under the caution. Your fourth of the night. That was due in part because of Robert Kahn's little rack there he had. Unfortunately, had nowhere to go. Once again, getting a little love tap there from Nick Kern. Feels like he's been in almost every record, and I don't know why that is. Kenneth Crawford saying hashtag Team Rattlesnake, hashtag Team Kern. Little love here for the Kern boys as well as the Rattlesnake. Gotta love when the fans come by here to see the show. And remember, folks, tonight we will be going live with Smoking Tires Racing Series as they go down to Indianapolis Motor Speedway. They will be live at about 9:10, 9:15 Eastern Standard Time, 8:10, 8:15 Central Time. And then for my Newfoundlander friends out there, if you're probably wondering what the heck time zones we're talking about, that'd be about 10:40, 10:45-ish your time. So NST time, I believe, zone. Is that what they say? I can't remember what the abbreviation is from it. It's just NST. That's all I know. Sorry, guys. All right, 11 to go on the restart. And if you thought 3 wide saloon was bad or 4 wide was hard enough, imagine right now what these drivers are thinking on this restart. Because all that I guarantee you they are probably thinking is just get to the front. And I know, again, that they don't want to overdo it, but they got to be careful about something else too here, is that they have to watch how many more times they can wreck and how many times they try to get things too crazy with those cautions. But remember, there is a time limit out there. Yeah, there is time limits here. They don't exactly just get free leeway when they want to race. They have to race to a certain time limit, and then after that, it's game over. And tonight, they have an hour and 15, as they usually are one in the race. And right now, our time clock is showing 59 minutes has been put in, which means there's 16 minutes remaining. Well, it'll be about 15 minutes remaining on the green flag restart. So what does that mean exactly? If you're curious, well, basically it means they wreck one more time. They may not have enough time to get that last lap in. So they've got to be very, very careful on how they choose to race this one out. The field is set. And it looks like Jeffrey Oaks, Brandon Pike, and Warren Young unfortunately not able to get back out on the lead laps here. So Lancaster was able to do it though. So the 17th position 02 will be on the lead lap here, trying to hang with this team and hang with the crew. For the love of racing, folks, this is what it's all about. No holding back on this restart. They look to fire away the green flag here. 11 laps remain. Who wants it more? Who wants it that bad? Who wants to take home the winner's check here tonight and get themselves a victory. They line them up down the field on the front straightaway. Crawford saying going to be some big problems in the last 10 laps, so I don't know about that. We'll find out what these drivers decide. Green flag flies back on out. Dudley and Hoffert will go to war on the restart. This is where things get interesting. And right now, if you're that 5 of Chantel Throttle Apollo, you're probably thinking just stay in line, just stay out of trouble. But honestly, right now with those boys up in front, they're not going to give each other a break. Micklin would love to make a statement here tonight and be one of the first new drivers to win on the series. And he's hammering away down that back straightaway, going to run off it. Robert Dudley, though, is still in contention in the race lead. He has got that lap to a T. Nearly a 3 wide slope there out of turn 3 and 4, almost ending in a little bit of a barn burner, but they all keep it clear. Right back down across its Ags inside zone. Now it is the 27 Corey Reed having to deal with Matthew Hoffer as they go 3 wide salute, and Chantel moving up 1 to 3rd. Pack starting to get a little cornered off and tightened up a bit. Oh my. 77 of Bob Hutchins. He hasn't been talked about that much all night. I think he's trying to make his voice heard extremely hard on the throttle, pushing that Valvoline 77 to good use. He's got to run. He's putting that front bumper right to the rear, but one wrong move there from them, and that can end up being trouble. They've got to watch it down there. They'll bring it back once again here out of turn 4 as they give the laps counter a little wind down here. 9 to go. You can see the pacing starting to pull away a little bit more, starting to get a little bit more intense. Not quite 3 wide soon just yet, I should say. Otherwise, here comes Bob on the outside. Hutchins looking for the ultimate full throttle assault, trying to make one last trip from the outhouse straight back to the White House. He'll be the ultimate hard charge of the night if he can get to the race lead. He's only got one that can beat him out. That's Daniel Biglin. Through the field, through the back. Look at this on the chopper cam. 3 wide salute. Trains going at it here. Kern, Cindy, Taylor, and Jason Reif on the 3rd one. Chantel, Throttle Apollo, Matthew Hoffert, and Robert Kahn on the 2nd. And then up top of them, Micklin in the 31 and 48 there of Mr. Vineyard, and the 77 of Hutchins at it, while Corey Reed and Dudleyville fight it out. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, are you kidding me? And just when you thought we were going to get that one in. Oh, man. Let's find out what happened here. I caught a glimpse of it right as we were coming around there. I did not see who got into where, though, unfortunately. Watch the 48 in the middle. I think that's where we're going to see it happen. I'll be honest, I couldn't see it. Maybe Vineyard got a little too ahead of himself, or maybe he just ended up getting into a bad spot, or if he just got too much draft, or what happened there, but oh yeah, it looks like he just tried to back off, and he was trying to back off the throttle and stay out of it, and then he was trying to save the car, and next thing you know, he ends up taking it for a ride. That is just a tough break. They've got 10 minutes left on the clock. And I'm gonna tell you right now, drivers and fans, we're not doing race interviews tonight. No way. There's no way we're gonna get it in. We have to get over to Smoky Tires and get their race in as well tonight. So there's no way we're gonna get this. No way we're gonna be able to do this one for them, unfortunately. So the race interviews will have to wait for another day. We have 10 minutes officially remaining. I don't know if they'll have time to finish this one out. This one might be over with. And if it is, Reed, Dudley, Miglin, Pottle, and Hofford would be the top 5. If they stayed out, Hofford, I got he's going to pit road because I think he's thinking they can get it in. Lancaster, how about this? He'll actually take over the top 5 spots now. If he stays out, and he will indeed. Has the tone been set? Has they been placed around? Hard to say, but when we return, we'll find out if they have any time left to get this in.
Looking for a new PC or an upgrade to your current one? Look no further than Ford Entertainment Group, your home for the best quality and value in new, pre-built, and custom PCs at the lowest price guaranteed. We have affordable PC solutions for any budget, with custom builds starting at $595. Even the pros turn to Ford Entertainment Group to get them up and running. With valued customers from all over the world, it's easy to see why Ford Entertainment Group is the most trusted brand in custom PCs.
I wanted to save my awesome subscribers the most money when they started their sim racing journey. I searched high and low for the best deals. And I'm so proud that Jeffrey and I partnered up so I can spread the good news about where to get the lowest price on a high quality computer.
Feel confident when buying from us with the FEG Satisfaction Guarantee. Get yourself on track today by visiting us online at fegpc.net.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. There's a reason that Makoni Setup Shop is trusted by more virtual and real-world tracks and companies than any other setup shop in iRacing. With partners such as Stafford Motor Speedway, the Nashville Fairground Speedway, Five Flag Speedway, Speed 51, and more. When you want something done right, you go to the experts at Makoni Setup Shop.
With setups available for most series on both asphalt and dirt, built by a team of professional builders consisting of some of the top talents on the service, Makoni Setup Shop LLC has what you need to hit the track with confidence. Head over to MakoniSetupShop.com and learn why Makoni Setup Shop is the official setup shop of Richmond Raceway Esports and is partnered with some of the largest names in virtual and real racing.
And remember, at Makoni Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the last laps remaining. This last restart tells a tale. There will be only 4 to go. They have enough time to finish the race, but one more caution, it's over, it's done. There will be nothing else they can do. And again, a reminder here at home, they will not be doing race interviews at the end. It's too late. They will not be able to get that in time. So I apologize if you guys were wanting to hear from the drivers about that. But unfortunately, the way things have been working out and playing out, we just can't get it in. So please be aware of that. Please don't get too upset at us. But we have, when we make commitments, we got to get to them. So but on this restart, Corey Reed, the new driver, versus Robert Dudley, the other new driver. We've never seen Corey Reed on the show, but we know what Robert Dudleyville can do it out here. What is going to be the restart case. How does this play out? Miglin, new driver, fighting it hard. The veteran Shentz L still in it. Lancaster and Christopher Jordan are all in this as well. This last restart's L's its ale. Who wants the season opener to start the season off right in their books? Lay it down. Green flag is out. It's going to be all about that first lap. I guarantee you, if they've got to watch it, if they think it's too crazy on that back set and they get a wreck, they're calling caution. It's over. It's done. Sonaker might be a little bit of that troublemaker here because he's got that front end completely destroyed. I don't know how well that draft will hold up for him. 3 wide slew. Todd Tuff's now sneaking his way down that back stretch, starting to make a run for it. As the pacing starts to feel its end, Khan not able to get out of pit road in time. That cost him dearly. He'll have to start going low, stay out of the way of the driver's sportsmanship on his end, just trying to stay away from causing issues here. 3 laps remain. The back is close. They're tightening this one out. They're starting to get closer together here. 3 wide salute, almost 4 wide in between. Tuff's getting blocked by the 5. Shentz L going straight to the outside. Corey Reed takes them all with him. Caution's out, and that means Daniel Miglin avoids the carnage and avoids the wreckage, and he's going to take this one home. He will be your race winner as long as iRacing calls it. There's only a minute 12 seconds. There's only a minute and there's only not a minute 12. Excuse me. There's literally an hour and 12 minutes right now out of an hour 15. 3 minutes remain. Did that last caution cost him and end this race? If it did, Daniel Miglin will win his first career race here. But what happened on that race there? What happened exactly? Let's take a look at it from another angle here. This could go for the review here. Corey Reed gets a little bit of a bump there. Oh no. Oh no. Well, I am not going to be the one that calls that one. I'm just going to say, you be the judge. I'll let you guys be the judge on that one. That's all I will say. If it ends right now, Christopher Jordan, Matthew Hopford, and Daniel Miglin will finish this race out in the top 3. Todd Tuff's had a great run there coming to the end, but that is badly damaged and destroyed there. That thing is toast. Well, they're going to try and shoot for it. I don't think they're going to have time, though. Lap times right now is saying 30 seconds remain or excuse me, a minute 30 seconds remain. I don't think they're going to let them go. I think they're going to tell them that this race is over with because of that last caution. They knew they were on a time limit. They knew that they were going to beat. This was how it was going to be. 60 laps and you only get a set amount of time. They knew going in. Trying to get in touch right now with the race officials. They are the ones that are calling the time shown, calling the shot right now. They are letting me know what they've got going on down there. They're going to let us in on how they want to play this out. Smoking Tires Racing Series is up next, folks. It'll be coming at your way here in just a brief minute. Trying to get word right now from our race officials to see what the call is. I think they're going to end it. Trying to get a little bit of insider info or something. Just hear from somebody right now. Because they've now hit the minute and 15-second mark. That generally means the race is over with, no matter what they do. So an hour and 15 has been hit. And Miglin, I don't know how he's going to feel about that one. I mean, right there you saw Corey Reed unfortunately just get sideswiped. It looked like, from my angle, if I'm going to say anything, it looked like maybe Miglin just barely clipped him and he didn't know where he was at. I don't think it was to be I don't think it was trying to be literally taking him out. I think it just unfortunately was one of those, you got too close and a little too up there. When you're battling for the lead, though, I can understand that situation, but I think only really time will tell with the next track when we get to that. But this one was definitely not the way they wanted it to end up. Waiting for race officials to call this one. They're going to come down the front straightaway. This next time, will they call it? Or will they give them one more, two more laps? Will they give them a last chance? It doesn't look like it. Looks like that was race. I got getting word right now. White flag has been pulled out. So they're basically just going to bring him to the start and bring him to the end, which means it looks like Miglin will be your race winner. He walks away with the W. Or is he? That's the thing I really hate about iRacing sometimes, folks. Is they don't give you a for sure definition time zone. That's why a lot of folks out there just race till the end. But again, with what we got going on in the broadcast scene, we have to do this because, again, we need to get to the other series. We have to keep up with the broadcast schedule. So there's nothing we can do about that, even if it's scheduled in. Every league knows you're scheduled in only to race your time, race your limit, and then we have to go from there. We can't just keep going. Sometimes we can, sometimes we can't. That's even TV for you. Remember back in Talladega where they basically went over their run time and from normal television and they had to literally get sent to, like, what was it, Fox Sports 2 or whatever? Like where most people couldn't even get to watch the ending. So, yeah, it happens, and it does pop up from time to time, if you can believe that. They're bringing him back around. The season opener at Talladega has wielded us some results, I think maybe for the better or for worse, depending on how you look at it. I guarantee you, though, the next track they go to, it will definitely not be as easy as the Talladega track. It'll be a lot more tricky, a little bit more of a handful to race on. And we'll see how they play that out. But they're going to bring him back around out of turn 4. What's the call? Will they let him refire and let him keep going to finish this out? Going to bring it down the front straightaway. They may give him one last green-white checkered. I don't know. Waiting to see. They may give him one more, looks like. If they give him a one-lap shootout, then this is going to be a crazy lap. Let's just say that. They're going to give it to him. The race officials are calling for it. They'll let him have it. It's over. They're going to say Hoffer went. It looks like Hoffer got Miglin. Nope. Miglin wins it. Race is over and done with. There's nothing else I can do about it. Daniel Miglin, 31, Revzilla, wins it. His first career race victory for the first time ever on P10 Racing TV. He will take it home. It wasn't the cleanest, it wasn't the best, folks, but I think he'll take it. All right, well, that's really going to wrap it up here down in the show. We got to get out of here. We got to get going. But race fans, tonight's race and all the action was helped brought to you in part by the good friends over at Green Tech Energy, A1 Glass Incorporated, The Butt Kicker, Ford Entertainment Group, SamRacingMerch.com, BreadFinder.com, Matt Mills Racing Team, McConaughey Setup Shop, Bottles Wraps, and of course, Melgard Motorsports. Thank you all for your support. Thank you all for what you've done and helped to keep this going. Until the green flag flies here in just a little bit. Thank you again. I will see you guys here in just a few short minutes. I got to get out of here and get over there. We'll see you here later on. Thank you again. We'll tune in next time on PTM Racing TV.